besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera.
That's Gaby Moreno. She is an amazing talent. In fact, in 2013, she was the best new artist on the Latin Grammys, and she won a Grammy. Hi, Gaby. Nice to have you with us.
Hi. Thank you so much. So lovely being here with you.
Well, tell me a little bit about that dream. I mean, you were the little niña who could sing in the family, right? So they'd push you forward and say, "Canta, mija, canta."
Yeah. I started singing at a very young age, and luckily I had very supportive parents. My mother has been working in TV and radio ever since I can remember, and my father was a promoter, and he would bring artists to Guatemala. So they were both in the farandula, as we say, just in the entertainment world. Not musicians though. So when they sort of discovered that I had this ability that I could sing, then they were like, "Oh my God, we gotta support her dream." And really, it was amazing. They would find any opportunity they could for me to get on a stage and sing in front of people. So I started singing when I was, in front of an audience since I was like 9 years old. And
at 10 years old, Ricky Martin came into town. Your dad was promoting Ricky Martin, and there you go. That 10-year-old Gaby is singing for Ricky Martin.
Yeah, it's just crazy stories like that. So I was singing at telethons, festivals, opening concerts for these kinds of artists. I say Ricky Martin because of course he's the more well-known, but I also opened concerts for other well-known artists from Mexico, like Cristian Castro, a group called Magneto, which was sort of like the boy band of the moment back then. And I just loved it. I loved being on stage. I loved the feeling of just singing these songs and just kind of pouring my heart and soul into songs, and then receiving the energy from the audience. I just knew that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Isn't it amazing you think about standing on stage by yourself with a guitar, and it's just you, your voice, and the audience. And tell me about why that connection means so much to you.
Gosh, it's just something quite magical what happens. It's just really, it's hard to describe. It really is. It's just, the best way I can describe it is like before I would go on stage, I would just feel like super nervous and just anxious. And then the moment I get on stage and I start singing and strum my guitar, there's this energy that fills the air that just fills me with just serenity and peace and just wonderful feelings. I don't know. It's really a magical thing.
It's like you played with the National Symphony Orchestra at the Kennedy Center. So you have this giant orchestra and you're standing on stage and you feel that energy behind them. What's that feel like?
That felt like I was in a movie. Like really, and also nerve-wracking because I was by myself. It was just me and my guitar with this orchestra. And of course, I cannot improvise. I have to follow exactly the arrangement of the song. Otherwise, it could be a train wreck. So I was a little nervous about that.
So now you're going to be on stage with Tres Sols, and they sing boleros, and you're going to be singing with them. They're opening for you. And Boleros de Noche. Boleros to me is like the most romantic music that we have in Latin American music. Tell me about what that's like to sing those kinds of songs.
Well, to me, it means a lot. It means the world to me because I've been listening to these songs since I was very little. My grandmother taught me my very first boleros. And something happens like when you're a kid and you're listening to these songs that your parents or your grandparents listen, and at some point it just becomes like, no, this is not cool. Like I'm gonna listen to the cool music, right? And then later in life, I rediscover this music, and I just have a whole new appreciation for those songs. It's just it's just like the same with with any old music, old blues, old jazz, old soul. It comes from the heart. It has so much soul. It really does. And the songs are just so brilliantly written. Some of these composers, Agustin Lara, or a composer like Ernesto Lecuona, who's like the Gershwin of Latin America.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's just, and then you realize that a lot of these songs were later translated into English and became big hits in the American market. And a lot of people like go like, oh yeah, I know that song. Like they hear the melody and they realize that they know the song, but originally it's a bolero written in Spanish and coming from Cuba. And then it's so beautiful, the whole story about how it traveled to Mexico and it became this whole new thing with the trios. And then it just kind of became just part of the whole culture of Latin America. Everyone in Latin America loves boleros. You know, it's just
Absolutely.
Just like,
and you're playing at the Ford. The Ford Theater is one of the best venues to play at. It's intimate. It's beautiful. So that's going to be cool. So when are you going to be starting there?
It's August 21st. So it's this Saturday, and the trio Tres Sols, they're amazing. They are going to be opening the night at 8 p.m. and then I will go on with my band at 9 p.m.
Fantastic. Are you going to sing? You're going to be singing Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor.
I'll be surprised, maybe. If I don't sing it, you'll definitely hear it from Trio Tres Sols. That's the beautiful thing, that, you know, like we're all going to be singing boleros. So whatever they do, I'm not gonna do. And I'm trying to go more for the original versions of Agustin Lara, where it featured a piano and it featured violin and, you know, an acoustic guitar. And so that's kind of what I'm going for. Just a little different, but it's gonna be so beautiful because people are gonna get like both experiences of a bolero, the trio and the more sort of, you know, band.
Well, you have a unique and beautiful voice, and you're a great musician and great talent writing. I mean, you wrote the theme for Parks and Recreations. I mean, you're just full of all kinds of surprises, and it's been such a pleasure visiting with you. And I wish you the very best of luck. And maybe someday we can sit down together and sing a song or two. I'd love that.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yes.
Gaby Moreno, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.